Former President Donald J. Trump made his presence known in East Palestine, Ohio today. Take a look at this. So he's getting out of the car and all of that kind of stuff. You see the president. Now, basically he coming home. And you might ask me, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because he won over 70% of the vote, or he getting on his plane, rather, I should say, to get there. He won over 70% of the vote in East Palestine. So when he gets there, hey, he coming home, he going home. That is really what he is doing. He's boarding his plane. And his son, Lil Donnie Jr., spoke about his dad's trip. Take a look.
What's going on, guys? I guess since Pete Buttigieg, Joe Biden, the Democrat Party, and basically most of Washington, D.C. refuses to do their actual job, someone's got to step up and actually fill that void. So we are now boarded Trump Force One, waiting for the big guy, not the 10% big guy, just my big guy. We're going to be heading over there, speaking to the people, hopefully force the people in government to finally act, because if our leaders refuse to step up, someone's got to step up and actually fill that void and lead. So I'm glad my father's that guy. It's going to be exciting. Looking forward to seeing what's going on, and again, looking forward just to being part of, forcing people into action.
Now, you know what? There is really nothing exciting about this, little Donnie. But Jackson, when y'all put Jackson up next to me, when things start to happen, what Don Jr. just said is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy, because the Democratic Party failed to act with the sense of urgency to deal with these people suffering. And so now President Donald J. Trump gets to fly on in there, Trump Force One, as his son said, and pretend like he's the hero and the savior. But meanwhile, back in his White House, he helped crush, the regulations. But he ain't gonna tell them people none of that. He's just gonna go in there and tell them that the Democrats are failing you. They hate you. He's gonna use race, because that's what they using. These white supremacist types are using this. And what Don Jr. is saying is gonna come true because the Democrats gave him an opening.
Well, like we were talking about before the show started, one of the most important things you pointed out about Donald Trump is how rather spectacular of a showman he is. Yeah. And because he really, not just like he doesn't really feel shame about anything, but he has the least to lose out of everybody in the field going into this race. And I think that a lot of people are just underestimating him, at least especially within the Republican primary, because from what I've seen thus far, it's really looking like Republicans are going to kiss his behind and hand him the nomination. And I say that because Nikki Haley announced her campaign. One, she's a woman in the Republican Party, so that's already going to kill it. But even outside of that, she made sure to mention on Sean Hannity that she's not going to kick sideways. She's only going to focus on Joe Biden in the White House, but she hasn't won the nomination yet, so that doesn't make any sense. Ron DeSantis has yet to run a presidential campaign whatsoever, so he has to really come out hard swinging. But Ron DeSantis's campaign, or rather career, is still rather fresh. He's still young. He has much more to lose than Donald Trump. Donald Trump really made his career in a lot of ways. And then Mike Pence was just on CNBC for 5.5 minutes giving an interview saying, we need to cut Social Security and Medicare. And as that continues to happen, that's going to shuffle people to Donald Trump, because we can't forget that he is now unbanned from Twitter. He's going to start tweeting. He is going to be on a marketing, just bomb everyone with marketing, even more than we've ever seen. And what are the Republicans really going to do about it? So I think that his showmanship is really going to be his strongest asset in the 2024 Republican primaries.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And Donald Trump is a street fighter, and none of them are really ready for what this man is going to unleash. I mean, we did get a preview in 2016. He's just going to double and quadruple down on what he does best. That skill set that he does best. But the unfortunate thing about that skill set is he uses it in such nefarious ways. When he was president of the United States of America, he had the opportunity to check the rail industry, but he did none of that. He lightened up on the rules. Brothers and sisters, family and friends in East Palestine. Now I want you to hear this. Now I know the man came down there, and unfortunately the Democrats didn't come. The president of the United States did not come. The secretary said he'd get there when he get there, and that's unfortunate. But don't fall for the okey doke. Okay, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe of Trump Force One. All right, now on Boss, we call them all out, Republicans and Democrats, when they ain't standing up for the people. And in this case, Donald J. Trump, the former president of the United States of America, is selling y'all a bag of goods. So please don't fall for the banana in this man's tailpipe of Trump Force One. Don't do it. And for the love of God, don't listen to Donnie Jr. Don't listen to little Donald. He definitely don't know what the hell he doing. So you guys know that I was there yesterday on the ground in East Palestine, and I spoke with residents, including John Russell, who said this about Trump's visit. Take a look at this.
One of the really bad things about the president coming here is in the residents here. I mean, we're standing in a county right now that gave 79% of the vote to Donald Trump in the election. But when I showed up to the town hall, which Norfolk Southern canceled on, did not come to.
Cowards.
That's correct. I talked to a lot of residents, some who openly admitted and said, I support the former president, but they had a lot of rage at this company, as they should, I think.
Yeah, they should have a lot of rage. There's no doubt about it. And really what these people are doing, he is asking. These people are asking for some help. They want somebody to help them. And so nature abhors a vacuum. That's just what it is. And it could be Donald J. Trump or Satan himself or herself. Anybody that's gonna fill that void, that's who people are gonna lean on, especially when they are under this type of pressure. You heard from the residents, you've read some of the articles. We've been reporting on this for quite some time. And I saw with my own eyes and I felt the pressure that people were feeling. I was able to come in and come out. Imagine people who have to live there every single day. And my stunt double has been very active. She's talked about this. And the one thing that I've been outspoken about the 2 years the Biden administration had to fix these problems. They could have fixed this before. The rail workers actually warned them that this would happen. And the Trump administration is at fault, as is the Obama administration. So over all those administrations, the Ohio GOP is to blame as well. So ain't nobody got clean hands. Failure at every level of government and multiple administrations led to this moment that we are in right now. It is totally, totally ridiculous. So we will definitely hold on to this story. We're gonna keep reporting it. And I'm just really just not happy about this. And none of us should be happy about what is going on in East Palestine and also in the western parts of Pennsylvania.